उसमें गो लाइव आया क्या? कर दो। Good evening, friends. Today we are going to start the analysis of CA Final Financial Reporting RTP May 2023. So this RTP has got lot of new questions, but they were very easy. This RTP starts with certain amendments. I have already recorded a video on amendments. These amendments are not very important for your exam. They are mostly important for the practitioners. For the student, don't worry, you can continue with your existing syllabus, whatever you have studied. It won't be affecting your answers. You will not even realize where is the amendment as far as your syllabus is concerned. So there were total 20 questions in this RTP, and broadly it covered your entire syllabus, and there were good questions, as I said. So what the student must do, you must read this RTP of May 23 because you might get some new questions. Of course, the amendments are not included in this question. There are no major adjustment also involved in these questions. You can download the RTP from our website www.vino.in, and this analysis sheet which you can see on the screen, this analysis of FR sheet I have also given on our website vino.in. So you can download both from our website, the RTP and the analysis, which will be very useful to you, I believe. So those who are listening to me or those who will listen to me later, I request all of you that you keep the printout of this RTP in front of you or download the RTP in front of you. Then you will be able to enjoy and understand the lecture better. Otherwise you will not be able to enjoy it better. So keep the RTP May 23 in front of you and watch this lecture simultaneously. So thank you everybody for joining me today, and this way I will try to take more and more lectures and I will try to update you. Very soon we are going to come out with a quick revision of every chapter which will be revised in half an hour to 1 hour. So that series also on FR I am going to start soon. Quick revision, maybe if it is a small topic it will take half an hour. If it is a lengthy topic it might take 1.5 hours, but in that we are going to revise the entire particular Ind AS, and you can solve numerical questions on your own from the study material, RTP, MTP and our notes. So can we start now? Yes. So RTP May 23, after the amendments there are questions. The first question was a combination of Ind AS 103 plus Ind AS 110. So if you have this question in front of you, this was a very easy question on business combination, and you can say it was an easy question on Ind AS 110 also. One student on the YouTube channel is telling me that he got 84 marks in GFRS after attending my lecture. So congratulations and thank you very much for acknowledging, and also suggest your friends because we cover in detail and that is what is required. No shortcut will help you to get good marks in the exam. No shortcut will actually help you to pass the exam also. You have to cover the entire syllabus and that too in detail with large variety of questions. So come back to Ind AS 103 plus 110. First there was an associate because you are holding 30% share, and then you acquired another 25% share. So associate became a subsidiary. The associate became a subsidiary. What you have to do? You have to pass journal entry and prepare the consolidated balance sheet at the date of acquisition. So consolidation is required, but on the date of acquisition. So that is why I said very easy question. Such questions are often repeated in the exam. So this question you will give 5-star rating. A highly probable question for your exam. The length of the question was 1 page, but it is very easy. So don't get scared, you will be able to solve. Come to question number 2. Very easy question on Ind AS 2 inventory. So, and this question was usually, they don't ask, but this time they have asked a retail price method. This question is based on retail price method. That means from selling price, you will have to deduct the profit margin, reverse working, you get the cost price. However, it has got something new. I have not seen this question before. Maybe it may be there, but I have not seen. So this is a new question which you must practice before you go to the exam. Question number 2 on Ind AS 2, very easy. After reading the answer, you will be able to understand yourself. Now one more thing before I forget, if the answer are already there in the RTP, if you have any doubt, then don't hesitate. You can give the reference of this RTP and email me at my personal email ID vinod_ca@yahoo.com. Yahoo, not Gmail. vinod_ca@yahoo.com. This email ID was created by me when Yahoo had just launched the email system long back. So you can ask your doubt, you can WhatsApp your doubt on 97669 21860. This is WhatsApp number, or you can call on this number for any doubt resolving. So question number 3 now. Question number 3 in front of you. This question is on employee benefit. This is a very good question and it requires you to find out the net benefit liability and the expense that you are going to recognize in profit and loss account. So it was a data loaded question. Some data may not be required in solving the problem. Some data you have to analyze carefully and see the effect on calculation of defined benefit obligation. So if your conceptual clarity is good on Ind AS 19, then only you will be able to solve this question on Ind AS 19. So again my advice will be, you mark it as a very important question and please revise it before the exam, because if it is asked in the same format, some of you probably may not be able to solve it. But if you are well prepared before the exam, then it is easy to decide the format for the exam and write fast, because the time is also limited, only 3 hours. Considering the length of the question paper, 3 hours are not enough unless you practice in advance and you know how to crack it. Then question number 4 is on Ind AS 102, employee share based payment. Very easy question on share based payment accounting. On different reporting date, you have to calculate how much expense will be recognized. So you know the formula, you will compute the cumulative expense to be recognized minus expense already recognized in the previous years. Using that logic, you will be able to solve. But still, it is a good question because they have drafted in a different manner. Not a direct question, but in a different manner they have drafted, so a student might get confused. So I will request you that you mark this also as important. Please go through the answer. You will be able to understand. If you have doubt, you can ask me. Question number 5 was on Ind AS 101. Again, a very good question. Write down, very important. It is quite lengthy question also. Almost 1 page, A4 size page question. But this question you will be able to solve easily if you have studied Ind AS 101. All of you have studied in Ind AS 101. There is a transition exemption under Ind AS 103. Company can choose any date from which it wants to give retrospective effect, and there is some goodwill. What will be the treatment of the goodwill on the date of transition when the company is moving from the previous GAAP to Ind AS? What treatment will be given? A very good question, likely in the exam, and if it is asked in the current form, then the student has to study such question before going to the exam. I repeat, your shortcut will not help you. Only with pre-preparation of such question you will be able to solve. Now I'll go to question number 23. So see the variety of question. See the variety. Lot of variety of question was there. Question number 23. Again a very good question on capitalization of general borrowing cost. Good question, must be practiced before going to the exam. Those who are appearing in May 23 exam or November 23 exam, I hope you must have already gone through the RTP, and if you have not gone through RTP, then you go through this FR RTP. It has got lot of variety of question. Of course the concepts are already covered in the class and you'll be able to solve, but it is better to go through a wider variety of questions so that you don't have surprise element in the exam. You'll be able to solve this question. Please go through it once. This question requires you to calculate borrowing cost to be capitalized as a part of building cost. Then comes question number 7, which is on Ind AS 115. Ind AS 115 is revenue recognition, and this is a very good question on revenue recognition using input method to measure the performance, right? Similar problem we have covered in the class, and with practice we will be able to solve. So this is similar question covered in class. I had covered 2 questions of the same type in the class notes, and we have discussed in the class also. You will be able to find out how much revenue should be recognized. Then question number 8 on Ind AS 16. This chapter number which I have mentioned here is the chapter number of our book. I have arranged the chapter in such a manner that it becomes easier for you to understand the next chapter. So Ind AS 16 PPE, it requires you to do the accounting of decommissioning expense and what will be subsequent accounting if there is a change in the provision for decommissioning expense under cost model. Very easy. We have done similar question in the classroom. You will be able to get the answer right. If you have doubt, you can ask me. The easiest question in this lot, question 9 on Ind AS 20, the treatment of deferred government grant. All of you know the government grant will be recognized proportionately in the ratio of expenditure. So first you defer the government grant, then you recognize in the proportion of expenditure incurred over 5-year period. Very easy question. Question number 10 was on leases, Ind AS 116, and this question is good question. Write down important. This question has 2 parts. Part 1 deals with lease incentive in the books of lessor under operating lease. It is lessor, my mistake in typing. Lease incentive in the books of lessor. And part 2 deals with leasehold improvement under operating lease in the books of lessor. Now please, dear student, listen to me carefully. The first part, answer given by the institute, appears to be wrong. Part 1 answer, I am telling with full confidence, appears to be wrong because institute has deferred the lease incentive, but actually lease incentive is to be adjusted against the lease payment. Institute has deferred it. I have a doubt on the answer, so you can ask the institute about the correctness of the answer of the part 1 of question number 10. Okay, so this is a doubtful answer. Second part, the answer seems to be right. Question number 11 was on Ind AS 103. Again, very easy question. When we start with the topic of consolidation, we teach you how to calculate goodwill or gain on bargain purchase under two methods. Method 1, when NCI is measured using fair value method, and second, when NCI is measured using proportionate share in the net asset method, PASINA, proportionate share in net asset method. So by both the method, you have to calculate gain on bargain purchase. Question number 41, you have to answer whether Ind AS 41 is applicable or not. So the student has to read the scope paragraph of Ind AS 41. So they can ask question from any corner. So this question was based on scope of Ind AS 41, whether a given activity will fall in the scope of Ind AS 41 or not, by asking through a small case study. Okay, very interesting question. So please mark it important for 4 marks. If you don't study in detail, don't study line by line the provisions of the standard, probably this answer you may get wrong. Question number 13 from Ind AS 32. Now this is a very fundamental question which we teach on the first day of the chapter financial instrument. They have given situations and you have to identify whether it is a case of financial asset, financial liability or equity, or none of the above. So if your basics of financial instrument is clear, you will be surely able to answer this question and you will be able to get whatever marks are allocated to that. So please do this basic question carefully, again important for 4 marks. Question number 14 was on Ind AS 33. This question even an inter student can do. So easy. Opening balance is given, bonus share is given, buyback is given, fresh issue is given, non-cumulative preference dividend is given, and you are required to calculate the basic EPS. So I am really surprised they have asked this very basic question, but yes, practice it for 4 marks. Question number 8 was a good question. They have given a case study, and after reading the case study you have to answer whether this is a change in accounting estimate and how the treatment will be done. Question number 15 was very easy. Write down important because it's based on a case study, and only those who have studied the case study in detail before going to the exam will be able to crack it. Otherwise you will write your own Ind AS, students Ind AS. Most of the students write their own Ind AS. That is called students Ind AS. Question number 16 was a very basic question on Ind AS 109. You have to give the accounting treatment on purchase of convertible preference share where payments are to be made in 2 installments. Very easy question, you will be able to do, and read the answer also. If you have doubt, please let me know. Question number 17 was a combo offer, Ind AS 24 plus Ind AS 109. A director of the company has given financial guarantee. Because the director is involved, he is a related party, Ind AS 24 is applicable. Because financial guarantee is involved, Ind AS 109 gets involved. So this is also a very good question, should be practiced before going to the exam. Question number 18 was question from two standards, Ind AS 38 and Ind AS 103, and this question requires you to know the basics of two standards. How will the accounting of a recipe acquired in business combination will be done when one recipe is already patented and the other recipe is not patented? Question number 19 was Ind AS 34. This is the question we cover in the classroom in the first half an hour only. Periodicity of interim financial report. If a company is reporting quarterly, what are the P&L account, balance sheet, cash flow statement and other statement they will present? Statement of changes in equity. If a company is preparing half-yearly interim financial report, then what are the balance sheet, P&L account, cash flow statement, SOCI, other statement they will prepare? So this question you can easily solve if you have studied Ind AS 34 periodicity. And question number 19 was Ind AS 105. Again, write down a very good question. It's based on a big case study, and this is question number 20. Question number 20. Last question in this RTP. Very good question. You have to deal with a disposal group, and we have done 3-4 similar questions in the class on different dates how the accounting of a disposal group will be done, which will include some goodwill also. Must practice before going to the exam. So dear student, this was a quick analysis on our FR RTP for May 2023. I am not taking the answer right now because institute has already given the answer, and their answer except the first part of that leasing problem is are okay, they are correct, and they are presented also quite well, so there is nothing much to be added there. I teach two subjects, all of you know that, FR and SFM, and I have recorded in English and Hindi. Similarly, SFM I have recorded in English and Hindi. So student can choose the language according to his convenience, plus the lectures are available in two modes, regular mode and revision mode. Regular mode will cover everything from study material, RTP, MTP, past exam, all theory will be covered. Revision will cover theory plus important problems. Only very important questions will be covered. The size of the revision batch is 1/3 of the regular, because the time is a constraint. Time has to be managed properly in revision batches. So if you want detailed coverage, go for regular. If you want quick revision of the entire syllabus with lot of good examples, you can go with the revision batch. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel AS Foundation, like the video, share this video with maximum number of your friends, and in case if you think it convenient, you also ask your friends to purchase FR SFM video lecture from us, because they are covered in detail. Last so many years of questions we have analyzed and prepared in a very nice manner. Every concept is explained and then problems are covered below that, so that you have a direct understanding of the concept through the examples. So dear student, thank you very much for watching this video. Wish you all the best. Bye bye.